Hello students, our next topic is Archimedes principle. Since we have already discussed that upthrust is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by the submerged part of the body. So this Archimedes principle is also based on the same thing. It says that when a body is immersed partially or completely in a liquid, it experiences an upthrust, and this upthrust is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by it. So it states that when a body is immersed partially or completely in a liquid, it experiences an upthrust, and the value of that upthrust will be equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by it. Now to prove this, we will have a look at two experiments. So the first experiment that is given in our book is, in this arrangement we have a balance and we have two same cylinders. So same cylinder means these two cylindrical containers have the same volume. So what is done here is, one is completely filled with the liquid and another is empty. And then we have a balance. So we balance the weight by using some weights on the other side of the balance. So initially this was balanced. Now what is done is, one side of the weight balance is immersed into the liquid. So one of the cylinder is completely immersed into the liquid. By taking care that this container does not touch the sides and also the bottom. So what is observed is, the weight of this side decreases. So since the weight will be less, so it will move up. So means the balance on the other side, the weight will be lower. Then what is done is, the liquid is taken and this container B is filled with that liquid. So the container B is filled, and when this container B is completely filled with the liquid, the weight is once again balanced. So this proves that the loss in weight will be equal to the weight in this container. So this weight loss in the weight will be equal to the weight that is filled into this, means that is the liquid displaced by this container here. So this is the proof for the first part. And similarly in the second experiment also the same things are there. Here also, when this some weight is here and the reading on the scale here is 300 GF. It is 300 GF 0 to 300. Now this is completely filled into, this is dropped down into the liquid. So this is Eureka cane, and when it is dropped into the liquid, or it is completely immersed into the liquid, some of the liquid flows from here to this container. So here it is measured, and what we observe is the loss here. So the loss here will be 100. So means now the weight is 200 GF. So what we observe is the total loss in the weight is 100 GF. It is 100 GF, and if this now we weight this liquid here, so the weight of this liquid will also be 100 GF. So what we observe is, the loss in the weight will be equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by the immersed body. So this is what we are going to talk about. Now next thing is, solid bodies with density rho greater than density of liquid rho L sink, while the density rho less than density of liquid float. So means now we have to talk about which of the bodies will float and which bodies will sink into a liquid. So for this, what we know is, if the weight of the body that we are going to immerse into a liquid is greater than the buoyant force, means upthrust, then the body will sink. So means that solid, or the body which is having density more than the density of the liquid, will sink into the liquid. And if the weight of the body is equal to the buoyant force, is equal to the buoyant force means the density of the body is equal to the density of the liquid, then the body will float, then the body will float and it will be completely immersed, and it will be completely immersed and near the top of the liquid. And if the weight is less, if the weight is less than the buoyant force, then the body will float, then the body will float and it will remain on the top, means it will remain above the liquid, it will remain above the liquid. So means those bodies which are having density greater than the density of the liquid will sink, and the bodies which are having density less than the liquid, those will float. This is what we should know. Now is one or two more examples are given here. So here it says take an iron nail and piece of cork, both of having the same mass. So the nail sinks, why it sinks? So means the downward force will be greater than the upward, means than the upthrust, so it will sink, whereas the cork will keep on floating. So from here also we can say that the density of water is less than the density of iron, and the density of water is greater than the density of the cork. The next example is given as, so it says take few solid bodies of different materials of known density and place them on the surface of water. It is observed that if the density of the material or body is equal to or less than the density of water, then the liquid it will float. So if the body floats means upthrust is greater than the weight of the submerged part, than the weight of the body. So then the body will remain floating. And if it sinks, then we will say that the density of the material will be greater than the density of water. So therefore what we observe from all this discussion is the bodies of density greater than that of the liquid will sink, while the bodies of density equal to or smaller than that of the liquid will float in it. So similarly we will say that an empty tin can or iron sheet floats on water because their density is less than the density of the water. So that's all for today. Thank you.